guys, it's Kylie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing another Halloween look. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm gonna figure it all out as I go. I have some of an idea in my head, but I don't know. I don't know. I wanna do a half and half look. I'm gonna be all white. I wanna do half and half, like one side good, one side like evil or whatever. I don't know. I just wanna do like a stitch down the middle because I think those are fun. And these are neat too because like if you like one of the looks, you can either like replicate the side by side thing, or you can take one side and just do it on the other side too, you know, and be that. And then maybe a friend could be the other thing. So it's like two looks in one. Do you know what I'm talking about? I already prepped myself. Moisturized. I primed with my Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. I try to link all the items in the description box too, if you're curious on what I'm using. If I don't mention it, it should be in the description box. And then I used Elmer's glue and I attempted to glue down my eyebrows. I didn't want to show that on camera because I'm not very good at it. If you want to know how to do it, I suggest looking up a tutorial. I just take glue, swipe up, take a eyebrow spoolie, and then brush my brows up and continue doing that. Problem is my spoolie was pretty dirty, so these are not very well done. So I would just make sure you have a clean spoolie. That will probably help a lot. The first product I'm gonna use is the MERON makeup. It's cream makeup. This is in the shade Clown White. I got this off of Amazon. I think it was like $8. I really do like MERON makeup. I haven't used this yet, but I've used a lot of their other stuff. So hopefully this works well. And I'm just using a craft paintbrush. I don't have a bigger one. I really want a bigger one just so I can cover more surface faster. And then after I get my whole face painted on, I'll probably go over it with a beauty blender and bounce it all out, make sure it's all even and whatnot. I am going to cover the entire thing. Let's get this done. Okay, my base is down. One thing to note about white makeup, it is going to make your teeth look super yellow no matter how white they are. So I probably will add some black or something to my lips eventually so that my teeth don't look so gross because I hate it. This cream worked phenomenal. I did not need to use as much as I did because it blended out beautifully with just a wet sponge, damp sponge. I did end up going over top of it with some setting powder. It's still tacky, but that's okay because I think I'm actually going to be using creams anyways. I kind of didn't think about that. I think I'll do the line, the stitch line in creams. Yes, I will. I will do that. We're gonna start on that next, and I'm going to use my CC Beauty palette. Again, I'll probably just use this black shade and then a small pointy paintbrush. What you can do instead of going straight in with the black to do your stitches or whatever you're gonna do is go in with a nude lip liner, an eyeshadow, something that's easy to blend away so that if you do make any mistakes, it's a lot easier. But I'm just gonna go for it today. Just going for it. Actually, I'm not just going for it. I do want to outline it with an eyeshadow first because it'll create a natural shadow without having to go in afterwards. So if I create a shadow with an eyeshadow first, or a line with an eyeshadow first, and then go over top of it with the cream, it'll help have a shadow effect. Does that make sense? I'm going to take an angled liner brush, and then I'm going to go in with probably this brown shade here. This is the VISEART Neutrals palette. Just need a brown shade is what I'm using. All right, we are finished with the line. I took this brown eyeshadow here, did a quick line. I started out with patting it and quickly realized that I could just drag it. You just got to keep going over it because it can move the white paint around. That's why I wanted to pat it at first, but it was just faster to make the line. Not a big deal. Then I did take this gray in some spots just to deepen up some places, make it a little more dimensional, I guess. And then I took a packing brush, small eyeshadow brush, and went over it to smudge it out a little bit, blend it out, give it more of a shadowy effect. A helpful hint when you are trying to make a straight line on any area, I mean, right here, it's not exactly straight, it's not exact by any means, but on the neck I did originally try to lift my neck and make the line that way. That pulled my skin in some sorts of ways though and made it all crooked. So I suggest when you are doing a line, especially on your neck, just look straight on into the mirror and do your line there. If you manipulate your face in any way, it can make it look like you're going in the right place, but in reality you're not. So just look straight on so it's easier to get the straight look. Now originally I was going to do the black line over the brown right away, start with the stitches, but I don't want to do that because I want to get, I guess, both sides down first and have the stitches on top. So it's going to be probably the last part I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do the eyebrows. They are not covered the best, so I think I'll probably follow my natural eyebrow in the front, but the tail I might do different. One side I'm going to do black, the other side though I'm not sure yet. I'm going to use a black eyeshadow from the same VISEART palette. I've got an eyebrow brush, so let's just start on these browns. Okay, the black brow is fine. Might add some creams to actually deepen it up. But for now, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with this. The problem is I don't know what the heck I'm doing at all. I'm gonna try to go in with my HOOLA Benefit Light, and we'll put that a little bit in the crease. I am gonna bring it down the nose as well. I'm gonna go around the edges where I would normally contour as well, but I'm not gonna go in super heavy. I'm gonna try not to anyways, because I feel like I might bring an actual color in. All right, it just brought a little bit of dimension to the face a little bit. I don't know that I like it or not. Oh my God, there's hair stuck to my face and I can't get it. Got it. What I'm gonna do now is switch gears because I don't exactly know how glam I want this side to be, if I want to do anything crazy or whatever. This side, I decided I want to go on kind of a skull route, so we'll start there. And I'll probably just start and stop after I've done a little bit and explain to you exactly what I've done and everything like that, just because it's easier for me, especially without knowing exactly what I'm doing. So let's do that. figured I'd stop here and explain what I'm doing because I have done a lot, but it's basically the same thing over and over again in different spots. So I started here, carved out a section, and then with my cream paints, and then took a blending brush with some eyeshadow and drug that down to give it a blending effect. Did the same up here. I started out with like a circle shape and decided to make it go more into my hairline, and then down here as well, I think I'm gonna make this portion black as well. I based this line off of pretty much my own cheekbone structure, not exactly, just because I can't really feel it too much. I tried to, and I smudged the white so it didn't work as well, so I just tried to create a nice bone structure. Obviously this is not anatomically correct. It does not need to be. I'm trying to do something simple because, you know, plus I still have eyebrows, like. But then after I go in with the eyeshadow, blend it down or out wherever, then I go back in with the cream paint and define the line again to make that the darkest, deepest part of the look. It's a lot of back and forth work, not too difficult. I do need to do something with the nose and the eyes still, so that is where we're at. The mouth too, I'm not good at doing like teeth and stuff like that, so I might just do like some stitching or something instead. I don't know yet. So let me continue. Just keep going. Alright, so what I've done now is add the nose. I extended the mouth a tiny bit, and then I added some brow features. I ended up connecting my brow into this part because like the eye socket should be open. So that's what I did. I don't like what I did, but I did it, so I can't take it back. So I keep trying to just basically go back and forth and let the paintbrush do the blending for me, and then I continue to go back and deepen it up and everything. This is a lot of back and forth. What can you do? This would be a lot faster if I had a vision. And I know I keep saying that, so I'm sorry, but it's very difficult for me, okay? So I'm just gonna keep going. I think I'm gonna outline, oopsies, maybe like a neck, like the bones in the neck. I don't know, do I wanna do that or just make it all black? Maybe I'll outline it and then eventually just make it all black because I probably won't like it, so let's see what happens, okay? Okay, so what we've got now is a black neck. These are supposed to be bones. Whatever. They're bones. Okay. I think now I'm gonna give myself a black smoky eye. I don't want to do like a full black eye, so I'm just gonna probably start with some powders, start smoking that out. Pretty simple so far. It's just painting myself in black. Let's start with some black eyeshadow and just keep on trucking on. Alright, this is where we're at now. I started out with just a packing brush and some black and packing it on, and I ended up liking the way the white was interacting with it. It was blending itself out pretty well at first. Now, I ended up trying to go over it with a paintbrush and outline the edges with the cream paint. And then I got a little carried away and I was like, oh, maybe I should just give myself a wing. And that didn't work out very well. Of course, it never does. So now I don't like the way this part looks and I don't know what to do. Sometimes I just need to stop doing what I'm doing. So that's where we're at. It's not my favorite. I think I'm just gonna have to connect this and make it black, but I liked the way it looked before. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna have a big round circle black eye, I guess. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave it for now because I just don't want to mess with it, okay? It's not, oh, why do I do this to myself? I still have no idea what I'm gonna do over here. All right, let's keep going on this side, I guess. Let's switch up gears. So I've got some jewels. I used these in my last video. These are some clear ones, exactly the same as the last ones that I used, except they were black. This is like a whole head piece, so that's not gonna work. I don't want to have the same exact piece though. I mean, it's a different color, but I was hoping that this would be able to cover my eyebrow. Just go away, eyebrows. How are you still this seen? I think I would like to play around with some pinks. I just feel it's very opposite and I just want to bring in some pretty stuff. I'm going to just go over though quick again. This is just a really white eyeshadow. I'm going to pat that all over just to make my whites more white again and let it be easier for the other shadows to sit on top of. I know I already have some contour down, but this shouldn't affect it too much. Plus I'm gonna add some other colors in there anyways. That should be fine. I'm just gonna take a small brush and start very lightly, I think, with a pink, basically in all of my contoured spots. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, but we're already doing it. Alright, where I'm at so far is all I did was took a pink shade. This is the James Charles Murphy palette. I took mostly this bright pink shade and contoured with that. After that, I took this light pink shade and then kind of just blended it out a little bit more, went along this line and in my eye with that color. And then I used this shade, it's like a deep purpley pink color, to deepen up just pretty much the outskirts and then a little bit under the chin. You know what? I'm gonna put on this big one, this big jewel thing. I'm just gonna do it. I just feel like I need something. I'm gonna try to cover my brow completely. Okay, that's pretty. That's pretty. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, this is the ABH Norvina Volume 1 palette. Wait, I am gonna take A5 in here, which is a really hot pink color, and I'm gonna line my lid with it, I think, and go underneath. I do have a patch right here. The white started coming up. I don't know if it's from me, because I was like blending when I noticed it. I don't know if I just pulled too much or what exactly happened, but it happened. Okay, so unfortunately my battery died and I don't know exactly where we left off. I know we were trying to do stuff with this side. We had done the pink contour. What I decided to do after the pink contour is basically recreate a skull on the other side, but beautify it. So it is a mirror image, kind of. It's not exact, obviously. I just did the same thing, but in pink. So I used my Norvina palette, that same pink. I just blended that out, just like I did with the black. Blended the pink out. I made the eye shape different than this one. This one's more of a round, open, black thing. But a lot of the other details are the same. I did end up adding, did I have these jewels on when I stopped filming? I don't remember. So these, and then I just added these ones here. The only thing I wish I would have done, well, not the only thing, but I wish I would have done the outline of the pink first. I didn't, I think I didn't intend to do the skull when I first put this on. Maybe that's why. Otherwise, I would have made this more symmetrical with this side. But I already had the gems down. I didn't want to take them off because they're already starting to unstick. So that's what I did. It's basically that same pink shade over in different spots. I didn't use any other pinks. I just intensified it in more places and then blended it out in other places, and it works really well. That color blends just beautifully. Now for the neck, I just drug down the pink again. I just used a bigger fluffy brush and patted the pink all the way down, and then I have some glitter. Again, this is not cosmetics glitter, so I don't want it anywhere near my eyes. I don't want it in any place that it could get in my eyes. Don't use non-cosmetics glitter anywhere near your eyes, please. It's just not safe. I sprayed my neck with hairspray and then took just a fluffy brush, dipped it in, and then patted it on, kept spraying, patted it on. It worked really well. I mean, it's staying. Some of it's coming off a little bit. Again, I would use glitter glue if you have it, but I mean, this worked in a pinch. So, and then the next thing I did after I did all the pink, whatever, I took white, the MERON white that we've been using, on a small paintbrush and outlined everything. I didn't want it neon or anything, but to give it some highlight. So I added that around the edges of everything. I added it around the eye. I know it's a lot that you missed out on, so I'm really sorry for that. I need to get another camera battery. But basically it's just mimicking this side but with a different color, and that's it. And then adding the white and glitter. So the next thing I did was create the line down the face. I started at first with just a thin paintbrush, adding the black in as straight of a line as I could, and then where I messed up, like if it was more bumpy, that is where I created like some openings of the tears of, you know, where the stitches are gonna be. So that is where we're at now. So now we're gonna create the stitches. So I'm going in with the CC Beauty palette still, going in with the cream black. Let's start creating some lines, X's, whatnots to create some stitches. Okay, hopefully you saw all that. All I did was create different lines on the face, trying to keep them pretty thin for the most part. Brought it all the way down, and the bigger openings, like this one here, I didn't put a stitch, just to create the effect of that one's open, maybe it popped a stitch or whatever. And then after I got all the lines down, I took the same brush, not a lot of product left on it, and started creating little tiny dots to act as like the hole marks where the stitch goes down through. So now what we're gonna do is take same brush, I just wiped it off. I'm gonna take white and we're gonna create highlights. Now this is gonna be a little difficult just because I did make those so small. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but we're gonna do it. Okay, so we've got our layer of stitches down with the highlights and stuff. I did go back in a little bit with the black on some spots where I thought there was too much white. Some of them are just kind of hard to do because they're too small or it's too messy. I mean, so far I think they are looking fine. I'm happy with it. So now I'm basically gonna repeat that. I think starting with this side of the mouth, I'm gonna add some stitches instead of like skull teeth because it's more fun for me. Okie dokie, we got the mouth stitches on. I think they look pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. So I think for the most part, this is the final look, but I want to go do my hair and stuff. We'll be back to see the actual final look. But so far, I like it. Let me know if you have any questions, please, so far, because I know this is a lot. I know you missed out on seeing a lot, but you saw this side. It's basically the same thing, so sorry about that, but you know, here we are. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is it. This is the final look. All I did was put my hair down and put some white paint in it. Do I regret that? Yes, but I did it. So this is the final look. So one side, well, bam. To the side, well, bam. You got your glam, you got your regular. It's kind of nice. The only thing I would like to add is lashes. I don't want to put lashes on at this point, so you just imagine me with lashes and making this look go way better. You just picture that in your mind right now. Just picture it. Yeah, that was pretty, wasn't it? It made it really cool, but here we are without them, so thank you. I think this is a cool look though. It's just kind of cool, okay? That's all there is to it. I like it. Do you like it? Let me know. Okay, that's it for today. Please let me know your thoughts below. If you have any questions, let me know. I will link everything in the description box. All the products that I used, everything. Please give the video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Other than that, we will see you in the next one. Bye.